I want to first of all congratulate the winning team global, all right, for hitting our first mark, okay, of 100,000 in sales total volume, all right. Now, guys, come on, tap yourself, all right. This is the effort of the team. It cannot, because this is the team sales volume, all right. And but the beauty about the team sales volume is that, you know, when the team sales volume grow, that means everyone in the structure is starting to earn. All right, that's the beauty of it. That is the reason why I want to build this program, because I want to see our people winning. I want to see you guys earning money from the structure. So that's the reason why if I continue to work and I continue to build and I continue to introduce people, you guys will enjoy the spillover, right? And imagine if I do that, if my downline do that, if my level 2 do that, every one of us are going to see the rain of spill down coming. That is going to be abundance, right? So this is what is abundance all about. So that's why I just want to congratulate each and every one of you, all right, for putting your effort. And I tell you something, guys, this number will get 3 times very, very fast. All right, probably in the next 1 month, we will get 3x of this number or even 5x. It can grow very, very fast, okay? With the winner strategy that we have, things is just going to accelerate, all right? So tonight, I just want to just make sure everyone clear, okay? Every fortnightly Thursday, right? Today is the 15th, right? It's the second week. So that means the second week and the fourth week, we will be having the AMA session. Now, AMA session is an Ask Me Anything session. So myself and, you know, Vlad, when it's available, he will be there. But that's AMA session will be more technical. So if you have any questions and so on, AMA session is something that you need to be there, right? Now, every Monday, right? Every Monday is our marketing meeting. This is where we explain the business model, the business plan, the composition, and so on. So every Monday, 8 o'clock. So either it is Monday or Thursday, it is 8 o'clock. All right, so easy for you, okay? 8 o'clock, okay, 8 p.m. Singapore time. That is it. Simple as that. So just make sure that you keep that time and you know exactly when these presentations are taking place. Now, use the Monday, okay? Take advantage, leverage the Monday, because I will be doing the presentation. So that simply means that, okay, use me, guys, okay? Use me to grow your business, all right? I'll be doing the presentation, so you bring your prospect, let them listen to me, all right? And at the end of the presentation, we always open up for any kind of Q&A. So if they want to ask us anything, all right, they can do that, okay? No problem about it, okay? So just take note of all this information, okay? Because it will be very, very vital, so that you know when the meeting is taking place and so on. If you are a paid member, you are an active member, and you are not part of the Winning Team Global, all right, our Telegram group, please reach out to your leader, all right? Reach out to your leader. We have admin in the group. You can reach out to the admin, and they will actually add you into the Winning Team Global. There are plenty of information there, guys. Plenty of resources there, informations, and so on. And also, once you are part of the Winning Team Global, there will be a link to join the rest of the group, okay, that Vlad has already assigned. You can actually click the link and get to those groups from the Winning Team Global. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of you being part. So don't miss out, okay? Don't miss out being part of the Winning Team Global Telegram group. It's a private Telegram group, so you don't have to worry, all right, and so on. And we basically make sure to watch that group. And if anyone is trying to scam you or whatever, so please let us know. We will then remove them and ban them completely, all right? Just take note of that, all right? Okay, great. All right, now let's just get going, all right? Let's just get going. Now, as I mentioned, right, tonight is going to be a little bit heavy, all right? A little bit heavy. Since it is a first session, I want to make sure that, you know, the most important question, all right, the most important question in the mind of everyone who is going to be part of the arbitrage trading, right, is answered, right, today. So I want to do that today. I want to make sure, you know, I put the emphasis on that, because there are too many arbitrage programs outside there. And honestly, guys, you guys know, right, I do due diligence, right? I was previously with the risk and compliance department of one of the biggest, you know, money service businesses in Malaysia. All right, so I was working closely, you know, with the central bank. So we do a lot of due diligence, you know, for products, for services, and so on. There are so many number of arbitrage trading platforms that I actually did a due diligence, And I told these guys that a lot of these things that you see outside there is a fake arbitrage transaction. All right. So now to prove that, right, there's a lot of work need to be done. Okay, it's not easy, right? Because people have the arbitrage and they click the transaction ID. When they click the transaction ID, it brings them to blockchain, and they say, "Wow, since it is in the blockchain, it should be a legitimate." Not necessary, guys, because blockchain transaction, on-chain transaction can be fake. There are also a lot of fake assets that are being used. All right, sometimes you may see, right, there can be 4 or 5 the same asset name or the same coin name or the same token name. So you have to be very careful, okay? When you are doing all this due diligence or validation, you need to be very careful. Just because the transaction in the blockchain doesn't mean it is a real arbitrage transaction. So there are two things. A fake transaction can be a legitimate transaction in the blockchain. But that legitimate transaction in the blockchain may not be the real arbitrage. All right, it can be market maker, it can be simulated, it can be actually swapped within the internal wallets. All right, now these are important. Okay, why I'm actually addressing this or giving you an introduction, so that at least, okay, you have the baseline now. Okay, what to look for. All right, you have the baseline, what to look for, and when I actually share with you about Arbcore, at least you can make some comparisons and so on. Okay, so we're going to cover a lot of things today, and thereafter, I think we will have some announcement and so on. And if you guys have any questions and so on, you can come back to us. All right, we will try our best to assist you. Okay, all right. Now, please take note, guys. What I'm doing here is a drill down. Doing the validations of the arbitrage. Arbitrage transaction. I think I heard yesterday when I was watching, the owner's update, right? The owner's video update that was translated from Russian to English. I heard that he's going to do a detailed drill down, all right? A detailed drill down too, which is awesome, because you know why? One of the limitations for us, right, to do drill down is that we don't have the API to the exchanges, all right? But the owner, he has the API, and they got everything, right? But the thing is that the problem is that when an owner actually do the traceability, there will be a conflict of interest. Am I right? Because it is the owner. So owners will always say that everything I'm doing here is genuine and legitimate, right? That's the reason why it is important for us to have a third party, like what we are doing today. We're going to do like a third party validation, all right? And we're going to basically look at the resources outside there and see what the third party is going to give us the answers and so on. Okay, so please understand this is the scope, okay, of the presentations today and so on. All right. Okay, guys. First thing first is that this is basically my individual way of how I actually assess certain kind of investment. Okay, so as I mentioned to you earlier, right, there is a 3P. Okay, so we got the product, the people, and the profit. Now, please understand that the product and the people, when I say people, means I'm referring to the leadership of the company, because today there are a lot of CEOs, right, being actually appointed to actually become the face of the company, but you don't really know the owner behind the scene. All right, so this is very, very important. So the product and the people is actually the drivers. All right, it is actually take up about 80% of your criteria or assessment. All right. Then comes the profit. The problem with so many people is that they first look into the profit and they don't bother about the people, the management, or even the product validation. They just go in. All right. And then when they go in, then things starts to go wrong. And then they want to find out it is too late. All right. So please understand that. Okay. Results is actually an outcome of the drivers. So if you spend 80% of your time, you have basically solved a lot of problems. And then we're going to validate the result, right? So that is the important thing. So in the context of Arbcore, right, investment readiness test, there are 3 things here, right? Number 1, the product is technically real, verifiable, on-chain, okay, blockchain, compliant, and it must be resilient. So this is the product aspects of it, right? Then we have the people, right? The people demonstrate integrity, transparency, and accountable leadership. So this is what we want to see from the leadership, the people in the company, the people, in the leadership. I love what I'm seeing so far because the owner himself, okay, who is also the master developer, is actually at the forefront. All right, he's the one actually doing all the talking, right? I think this is really awesome. And the engagement, okay, he is engaging with the people, he's connecting with the people. I think this is just brilliant. All right, then we have the results, okay, which is the profit is consistent, fee adjusted, all right, verifiable and risk aware. All right, so these are the three things that I personally look for. I'm not speaking on behalf of any one of you, all right, but I know most of you probably would have heard about 3P, but the way you may do things and the way that I may do things may be completely different. But I just want to share with you what I actually do, because this could probably be helpful for so many of you, okay? For so many of you, if you are going to do any kind of assessment, for other products and so on, okay? So just take note of it. All right. Now, so failure in any one dimension, okay, materially increase investment risk, even if the other two appear strong. Can you see that? So all these three, okay, plays a very, 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 very significant assessment component when you want to be part of any company. It takes time, guys. Sometimes we just join in because somebody asks us to join. It takes time, okay? And also you need certain kind of technical expertise, understanding and so on, right? So that's what I want to do today. So I want to basically offer my expertise to the team. So what I'm doing today is that I want to actually position myself as a third party, like an auditor. All right, that's what I want to do. All right, so as a third party, not the owner of the company, as an auditor, I'm looking from the macro outside, and I want to basically do an independent validation and analysis, and I want to present this report to you guys. All right, present this report. So if any one of you wants this report, all right, do reach out, or if you're part of the Telegram group, the link will be there. All right, for you to actually get hold, okay, of this report. Is that okay? Is that okay, guys? Put up there in the chat room, okay? Do you agree? Are you happy with this approach today? Put up there in the chat room. Let me see. Okay, great. Okay, let's do that, okay? Because, guys, if this question is answered, this is it. I think we're going to see a floodgates of people coming on board into Arbcore, and we're going to see our team sales volume accelerate like crazy. It's going to explode, right? It's going to explode. So I want to do that. I want to help you guys, and I want to make sure that all these important questions are answered. As I mentioned to you, there are limitations because I don't have the API. So there are certain things I cannot do, okay? Please take note of that. Only the owners can actually do that. So we will wait for the owner to do to show us, the back office and so on. When he's going to do that, I think then we can combine these two reports. You guys going to have everything that you need, okay? So today what I want to do is an Arbcore arbitrage on-chain trading, independent validation and analysis report, okay? All right. Now, the objective is very simple, guys. I want to present to you a compliance-grade validation. What does that mean? A compliance-grade validation means this validation can be used by an external party to do an audit over the on-chain transaction for this company. All right, so that is what we want to do, okay? So that's why I told you, right? I just want to land, my expertise here. So we want to do a compliance-grade validation, all right? Now, proof live arbitrage cycle with on-chain traceability. Through inter-exchange arbitrage, not internal market making or simulation, because there are a lot of product outside there. Actually, it's an internal market making, and also it's a simulation. It's not real arbitrage, right? Now, profit comes from spread inefficiency, not leverage or speculation. And this profit, proof of profit settlement after deducting all the fees, all right? How does that happen, right? We want to look into it. Consistency of an on-chain and UI records, okay? And also, right, finally, what is the verdict? What is the compliance verdict? All right, is Arbcore truly genuine, truly real? Yes or no? Okay, we're going to see that later on. And, okay, based on this verdict, I think a lot of the questions will be answered later on, okay? All right, so that's what we really want to do. Okay, now this is the scope of the validation. Right, so what I'm going to do is that I actually have taken this UI. Okay, I think all of you can see this UI in the first page of your mini app, right? In the first page, arbitrage page, you are able to see this UI. But the question is that many of you probably wondering, right? What does this actually represent? And some of you probably don't bother at all, right? All right. So we want to look into this because this gives us actually probably about 60 to 70% of the answer, whether the arbitrage is really going on or not, right? So if you look over here, we got the date and the time. So this is taken on the 14th, all right, about 6:59, all right? It's only one cycle, okay? So what I'm showing you is only one cycle of arbitrage. Now, when come to auditing, right, we do sampling. Now, if I do sampling for one cycle, and if there is a red flag, we don't need to do anything else already. But if I do one cycle and if there is a problem, if it is validated, then that is it, right? Because please understand that these cycles are standard. There is no changes. It's a standard cycle happening, every single time once the cycle is complete. So this one cycle probably can take about 30 to 40 minutes. So there can be hundreds of cycles, guys, okay, running throughout the day because we got different number of pulls and so on. So I want you to understand, this is what it meant by cycle. All right, every time you open a trade and you close, that considered as one cycle. So the cycle can be 20 minutes, the cycle can be 30 minutes. Sometimes the cycle will never take place because they cannot find, okay, the profitable trades and so on, okay? So just to give you an idea, right? So then we got the buy. The buy is the transaction out, okay, which is buy bid in this example. And we have the transaction, on-chain data here, okay? And then we got the transaction in profit. Can you see that? This is the out and this is in profit. And then we got the sell. So you can see at the bottom here, this is a sell. All right. So we have the out in Bitget. Okay. One is buy bid and one is in Bitget and also the transaction in profit. Now the exchange is Bybit and Bitget and the volume is USD 50,000. As sold equivalent to 50,000, that will be around 350. Now, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, right, because we are doing an inter-exchange arbitrage, please listen to the Monday presentation that I presented. I gave you the introduction, how the inter-exchange actually work, right? Because we have two separate exchanges. We are actually doing an inter-exchange with the same asset. It's not a different asset, all right? Because there can be confusion because there are many types of arbitrage, trading outside that, okay? Just take note. So now, what is the profit? Can you see that? Company trading volume. We got the volume in USD. We got the sold, the equivalent of the USD, and the profit that is generated 91.82. Now, the question that people ask is that, is this a net profit? Okay, is this profit already deducted all the fees and so on? All right, let's look into it, okay, one by one. Okay, now, this is the transaction overview sampling, right? Transaction overview or the sampling for one cycle. So if you look into the transaction, we have the parameter, we have the description. So the capital deploy is 50,000. The arbitrage asset is Solana. Asset quantity is 350, equivalent to 50,000. Source exchange is Bybit. Counterparty exchange is Bitget. Net profit for this one cycle is 91.82. And the return per cycle is about 0.18%. So just imagine, right? If there is, 20 cycles a day or 100 cycles a day, what will be the return that we are looking at if every cycle can make about 0.18 or 0.2 and so on, okay? So just to give you some kind of idea, okay? So this transaction reflect a single arbitrage execution cycle, okay? So just take note of it. All right, let's move on. So now, in this product independent validation and analysis report, I have actually conducted 6 steps. Every steps there is a PDF file, okay, separate PDF file. But we want to go into the external source. Okay, so I'm using a ChatGPT here, okay, as an external source because when you provide a UI or when you provide an image, all right, this image will be analyzed, okay, correctly, accurately by the ChatGPT itself. So now, when I do the analysis through the block explorer and so on, I'm also using ChatGPT, because please understand, okay, if you are writing things on your own, it can be inaccurate. But when you provide a reliable source to ChatGPT, ChatGPT will search everywhere and check everything for you. All right. So we're going to look into that, because that is the third-party validation, and then we will then finally decide the compliance and the verdict based on this study that is being conducted. So step one, okay, is live arbitrage on chain traceability. All right, that's a step. That's a part one, which is the live arbitrage on chain traceability. Is there a real traceability on chain for this live arbitrage trading? All right. Then we got a part two, buy and sell exchange profit settlement. And then we got a part three, net arbitrage profit validation. And then part four, how to be certain the arbitrage cycle is net profitable after all the fees. And then we got a part five, which is the loss arbitrage cycle simulation. Now, why am I doing this? Because you can compare. If it is a loss, what will be the result like? Although there is no loss, right? The company has no loss. But if there is a loss, how will it look like? Because remember, as I mentioned to you, right, it is quite impossible for arbitrage trading to have a loss when you have an algo that is only basically going to do an inter-exchange arbitrage on profit only. All right, so that's the reason why you don't see the losses, right? So, but we're going to see the loss arbitrage cycle so that you understand the loss. When you know the loss, how the loss look like, now you know what is genuine. Okay, and the last part will be the final compliance verdict, whether the Arbcore arbitrage transaction is legitimate. All right, can I do this, guys? Are you guys okay so far? Please put up there in the chat room. Are you following me? All right, awesome. Okay, great. Okay, great. Are you guys happy so far? Okay, great. Awesome. Let's look into it together, okay? We are going to do this together. I'm just lending you my expertise, all right? And then we will discuss later on together, right? Okay, let's go on. Okay, now, the first, as I mentioned to you, is the live arbitrage on chain traceability. Now, you can see over here is the document. This is the PDF document, a report that I've already created for our team. So later on, I will be actually providing you with this report. So all the 6-part report is already there. All right. So with the link, you can actually access the PDF file, okay, for those reports. So I'm going to give you all these resources and so on. Okay. So that will be really great. Okay. Now, if you look over here, right, this is the data integrity and consistency check. Capital in is 50,000. Compliance status matches. Solana volume 350, compliance status matches. Pool record 350, compliance status matches. Profit 91.82 matches. Profit transaction consistent matches. Exchanges by bid to bidger, it is confirmed. All right. Now let me just bring you to ChatGPT. Now let's go and check these things out. Okay. Now I want to first of all explain to you how we do this. Okay. Now, if you look over here, this is what we call the UI. So we take the screenshot, okay? We take the exact screenshot that is on your arbitrage page. All right, exact screenshot with all this information. And later on, I'm going to drill down all this information. And please understand, okay? ChatGPT will expose everything because ChatGPT will search the history, right? If what is done before is a fake, it will actually show up. There is no way to hide. Okay, because here we are not writing, please, give, I feel this, I feel that. No. You are basically providing the actual UI. All right, so when you provide the actual UI, there is no other way. ChatGPT will go and check everything. It will search everything. All right, so apart from my own assessment that I did in the Explorer, I'm also using ChatGPT, ChatGPT's, technology to be able to expose everything about the company. Okay, so let's look into this and see what is going to be the result at the end of this presentation. All right, so now what I want to know is that, is this a real arbitrage trading? I'm asking ChatGPT to analyze and provide me insight to validate this transaction. All right. Now, this is what ChatGPT is telling me. Let's look into it. Okay. Now, it says that what is this transaction represent from the high level perspective, right? This screenshot reflects a real inter-exchange arbitrage execution where liquidity was deployed on Bybit and arbitrage spread was captured via price efficiency between Bybit and Bitget, with settlement reflected on on-chain. Now, key indicators strongly suggest this is not simulation, but a live arbitrage cycle with on-chain traceability. Wow. Can you just imagine that? This is a third party, guys. This is a third resources that is actually giving us the answer based on the UI. All right. If you want to clap, if you want to, if you want to rejoice, put an emoji there, okay, in the chat room, okay, as I begin to go through one by one of them, because we are part of Arbcore, guys. We want something that is solid here. I don't want to be part of a company that they tell us that yes, there is, but actually there is nothing. All right. So this is what we want to do. Now, let's look further. Now, transaction structure breakdown. Capital deploy volume 50,000, correct? This indicates the arbitrage engine deploy 50,000 USDT as a working capital. Asset use is Solana 350. This implies SOL was the intermediary arbitrage asset. Conversion from USDT to SOL to USDT occur across exchanges. Can you see that? Now, this is typically for low latency, high quality arbitrage pair. Wow. This is awesome, guys, to be able to see these results. Okay, these are basically the most transparent result that I've actually seen. Okay, now let's move on. Let's move on. Now, exchanges involve critical validation point. Can you see that? These are very critical. Source exchange is Bybit. Target exchange is Bitget. This confirmed through inter-exchange arbitrage, not internal market making. Profit comes from spread inefficiency, not leverage or speculation. Now, this is a major creditability marker. Salute. All right, salute the company, right? Because this is a major, guys. If this is failed, that is it. Everything is failed. All right, everything is failed. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the profit validation. Now, profit is 91.82. The profit ratio is 91 over 50,000. That is about 0.18%. Now, this is realistic, sustainable, consistent with professional arbitrage desk. Any claim of 1 to 5% per single arbitrage cycle would be a red flag. Can you see that? Because remember, I told you, right? We are only doing a cycle, guys. A cycle, which is 0.18. The company never tell you they do one cycle and you are getting about 5% a day. No, company never do that. Company is only basically based on this result. So it means they have to do number of cycles a day to achieve 1.07% or probably 2% a day or 3% a day, right? And after minus all the fees, only they will be paying us, right? I will show you later on, okay? So any claim of 1.5 to 1 to 5% per single arbitrage cycle would be a red flag. Now, the number is exactly this number, 0.18, is exactly in the institutionalized range. Wow, that is good to hear, right? So we are basically an institutionalized range. Arbcore is an institutional range, okay? Now, let's move on. On-chain traceability, most important. Now, this screenshot includes transaction ID out, transaction ID in profit, external explorer link truncated hashes. Now, this means transactions are verifiable on-chain. Funds move between wallets or pools. Pool profit distribution is auditable. Now, fake platform rarely expose real transaction because they can be independently checked. All right, let's move on. Now, pool-based liquidity model. This is an advanced architecture. Now, can you see that? When I provide the UI and ask the right question, can you just imagine the quality of information we are actually getting from ChatGPT? This is powerful. Right now, statement shown. The received arbitrage spread is distributed among participants according to their liquidity volume added to the common pool. Now, this confirmed liquidity pool participant model. Profit is proportional. non-custodial at logic level, and not dependent on individual trade execution. So this is how professional arbitrage funds scale capital. Wow, that is another huge point, okay? Now, this shows that Arbcore is professional arbitrage fund and they know how to scale their capital. Let's move on. Associated pool confirmation, okay? Now, associated pool size 350, which is the Solana, matches the sold volume used earlier. Now, this shows no artificial number inflation, pool size aligned with executed trade volume, and capital efficiency is preserved. So this is important, guys, because many of you are also asking me the question, is my capital protected? Can you see if the company can preserve the capital efficiency, then you do not need to worry because your capital is actually not at risk at all. Wow, this is awesome, right? That is the reason why the owner's intention or the owner's objective is to pay us as fast as possible so that we get our 250%, and then he will have that capital to deploy, to increase the pool size and to actually scale up into different exchanges and so on. Can you see that? So this is the logic of the study that we are doing here, all right? Now, what this screen proof? Real exchanges involved, real asset movements, SOL and USDT, realistic profit margin, on-chain verifiable transaction, pool-based professional arbitrage structure, and no leverage, no gambling, no martingale, guys. This is purely inter-exchange arbitrage, all right? Now, what this screenshot does not claim, this is important. It does not promise guaranteed profit. It does not show daily ROI marketing hype. It does not rely on referrals for profit generation. It does not hide execution data. Now, this separation is critical for creditability and compliance. Okay, this is awesome, right? Now, let's move on. Now, this is for investors, right? Strategic insight, right? This transaction demonstrates capital preservation first, velocity-based return, scalable arbitrage logic, and institutionalized grade transparency. I think you should just give an applause to the company. But this is just part one. I have not gone through the rest of the 5 parts yet. Right? This is just the part one because I want to see the macro so you understand, right? So if you would take that screenshot and you supply to ChatGPT, you will get the same result. Right? You will get the same result. You can do that later on, okay? I'm just showing you how to do that, okay? So now, in short, can you see that? In short, this is how real arbitrage look. Boring, small margin, consistent, yet verifiable. Is this awesome, guys? Is this awesome, right? All right, let's move on back to my slide. Okay, let's move on back to my slide. I'm just getting excited. When I did this study, I was like, oh my goodness, this helped me to sleep peacefully because I don't want to give any product or introduce anything to my team that is not real. Am I right? That is not genuine. So we want to be able to give this genuine information, to our team. Okay, now let me move on. I'm not finished yet, guys. I hope you are excited. Okay, let's move on and finish this assignment today. Okay, now let's move on. Now the part 2, right? Part 2 is buy and sell exchange profit settlement. Now, you can see this, the summary of each transaction ID, the purpose, all right? We got the USDT out by bit deposit, sold out by bit execution, and then profit settlement. And we have all the, all the Explorer proof, the link and so on over here. Now, what does the validation say? Now, validation statement, the arbitrage transaction is verifiably real. The profit of 91.82 USDT was settled on chain, and the capital movement correspond to the expected buy USDT and sold to USDT profit steps across the exchanges involved. Now let's look into this detailed report. Okay, let's get back to our ChatGPT. Let's continue for a while. Okay, now so what I did was, let me just, because I did a lot of studies, okay, so you might not need all these things, but let me just go to the second one, okay, the second one. Okay, now the second one, look at it. So what I did was I provide the value, the buy and sell transaction detail, which is the transaction out by bit with the Explorer link. Can you see that? All these are on-chain data. So I gave all this information and I requested them to validate. Now, here's a validated factual breakdown of the arbitrage trade using the real on-chain transaction ID you provided with independent Explorer data and exact profit figure. Let's look into it. Now, Bybit side, transaction out, USDT transfer out, Explorer evidence, Ton Explorer confirm a confirmed USDT transfer of 24,631. Can you see that? From an originating wallet address. So this could be the top up, or this could be, an additional working capital. Okay. Now, this value appear inconsistent. Can you see that? I told you, right? That the information will be picked up, guys. You cannot, because everything is actually clean cut here when we do when we give a UI, into the chat GPT, it will check everything. But what does it say? It said that this value appear consistent with partial portion of the total capital deployed on the Bybit side of the arbitrage cycle. Now, you see this Ton Viewer, right? You can click this and it will bring you straight into Ton Viewer, and you can actually validate this capital. Now, what this represent? This transaction document deployed of USDT out of the wallet, likely funding the arbitrage execution. It is not profit. Okay, remember, as I mentioned to you, it's a working capital, right? It is an outgoing capital transfer of real USDT. Verified amount 24,631. All right, let's move on. Bitget side. Solana. Now, the Bitget outbound transaction you provided opens to Sol scan, but doesn't auto-load meaningfully, likely due to UI restriction. However, by cross-checking Solana Explorer or associated transfer, you will see Sol movement out tied to execution, not profit, okay? Now, does Solana transaction exist on-chain? Action, confirm outbound Sol transfer related to the arbitrage cycle, all right? Now, let's move on. Profit settlement. Same profit transaction across all exchanges. Explorer evidence. Ton Explorer shows a confirmed transaction containing multiple USDT token transfer, and among them, you can see, okay, we got the USDT transfer. This is profit 91.82, and we do have other transfer. But our focus will be the key profit identified is 91.82. So if you go to Ton, all right, if we open up the Ton, you see 91.82 is there. Can you see that? It is consistent. This is the most important, right? It has to be consistent. Okay, let me just go back again, right? Now, what this means? This transaction include profit allocation from the arbitrage cycle back into wallet. The 91.82 USDT figure matches the profit in USDT shown in your UI screenshot. Can you see that? It is consistent, right? Now, exact profit figure generated. Based on direct on-chain data, profit earned 91.82 USDT. This is a discrete token transfer locked on the blockchain as part of the settlement. This is the same amount as the UI, which confirm on-chain settlement and recording of the real profit. Okay, now let's move on. Across consistency across on-chain and UI. This is important, right? Because when you do a study of the transaction, you need to see the consistency, right? Now, you reported in your UI, volume is 50,000, profit is 91, Sol is 350. The 91.82 USDT profit is also recorded on-chain and shown in the verified transaction. Now, this establishes the UI is backed by verifiable blockchain transaction. Profit was actually distributed on-chain, all right? And the arbitrage was real, guys, not simulated, all right? So that is good. So here we have the summary, right? You can see the summary of each of those transactions. And this is the key validation. Now, the key validation takeaway. Proof of capital deployment. Outbound USDT and outbound Sol transaction show actual capital sent from the arbitrage wallet. Profit settled on-chain. A distinct on-chain profit transfer of 91.82 USDT is verifiable on Mainnet Explorer, not simulated. The transfer recorded on both Ton and Solana blockchain confirm real value movement, okay? Not a test or simulated trades. And consistency, okay? Consistency with system UI claim the profit amount stated in your app, the UI, exactly matches the amount locked in on-chain profit transfer. All right. Now, this is the validation for the part 2, right? Validation statement, the arbitrage transaction is verifiable. The profit of 91 USDT was settled on-chain. Now, this is just awesome, right? It's just getting better and better, right? So we have completed 2 parts. All right. We have so far completed 2 parts. All right. Now, do you want me to continue? Yes or no? Please put in the chat. Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to finish up all these things? Yes or no, guys? I know some auditors are here because I know them very well. And auditors can actually prove what I'm doing, whether it's right or wrong, okay? Because I know some of them are accountant here. They are watching me. And I am actually consultant, right? So I came from a consultancy background. So I'm going to drill these things out. Okay. All right. Let's go on. Okay. Let's go on. Now let's go to part 3. Okay. This is interesting because you want to know what is your profit, right? Net arbitrage profit validation. So now, if you look right into your UI, right, in your app, you will see my profit. You see that? $7.1486 from the $90. All right. My profit was 7.14. So you can see that 91.82 USDT total profit generated by the arbitrage on-chain verified. 7.1486 USDT you share on that profit. So your profit is real, already earned, internally credited to your account. Now, it's not yet on the on-chain because it has not been withdrawn yet. So now, the amount labeled my profit, $7.1486 USDT, represent the participants' proportional entitlement to the net arbitrage profit generated by the completed buy and sell cycle. Now, this profit is credited to the participant's internal account balance and remains held within the platform settlement system until on-chain withdrawal is executed. Now, let's go and drill these things down and see what happened here, right? Let's go there. Okay, now, I want to move down here because I'm going to see, because I did a lot of study, but there are some of this information you can get from me later, but I want to go here. All right, can you see that? So I provided the UI. Can anyone fake this UI? No, right? If it is real, it is real. If this is a fake UI, ChatGPT will pick it up. All right, so let's see what happened here. So my question is that in the attached image, mention my profit 7.1486. Provide clear insight. What is this profit and which wallet or account this profit is distributed or whole? Because sometimes, right, we know that they put this into certain wallet and then they try to mix it and all those things, right? So we want to see the integrity, right? The integrity of it. So let's look into it. Okay. Now, below is a clear, non-technical, but compliance-accurate explanation of what my profit $7.14 represent in the attached arbitrage history and where this profit is held. Let's look into it. Now, what my profit actually means. The $7.1486 USDT shown as my profit is not the total arbitrage profit generated by the trade. Can you see that? It's not the total yet because the total, when you receive, example, if you have 10,000, right? My capital is 10,000. I may see $7 there, but that is not the total profit yet. So what does this represent? Your proportional share of the total arbitrage profit calculated based on your liquidity contribution to the common arbitrage pool. So how much is my liquidity? Is 10,000, right? So it's based on my liquidity. Now, key distinction, total arbitrage profit generated by the trade 91.82. Your individual share is 7.14. This is only one cycle. If in a day I got, let's say, 20 cycle, what will be this figure, right? Now, this aligns with the pool-based distribution model stated earlier. The received arbitrage spread is distributed among participants according to their liquidity volume added to the common pool. Now, how is this calculated? Let's look into it. Now, from the trade, total arbitrage profit on chain verified is 91.82 USDT. So the profit transaction, this is the proof, same transaction shown for buy and sell. So the pool logic. Now, all profit from the arbitrage cycle are first credited to the pool settlement wallet. That the system that allocates the profit prorated. Can you see that? So this is our algorithm, guys. This is Arbcore algorithm. Okay, and working with all the different wallets and all the different pools and so on. Okay, so mathematically, this is the formula. Okay, so this means you contributed approximately 7.78% of the pool liquidity used in this arbitrage. Okay, now let's move on. Why buy and sell share the same transaction in profit? So you will notice buy show transaction in profit, sell also show the same transaction. What is this all about? Now, this is correct and expected. Reason: arbitrage profit is realized once per cycle. Profit is settled after both buy and sell legs complete, and the profit transaction represent the final settlement transaction, not individual legs. So, buy capital deployment, sell capital unwinding, transaction in profit is net arbitrage result. Can you see that? So this is how the process works. All right, now, where is this held? I just want to know, right? Where is this held actually? All right. Now, important clarification, the $7 is not directly sent on chain to your personal wallet at this stage because it is only a cycle. So it is now held in your internal account balance or sub-ledger within the arbitrage platform. Can you see that? So this is the fund flow. Arbitrage is executed. Total profit is 91.82 is settled on chain to the pool settlement wallet. Platform accounting system allocates $7 to your account, updates your internal balance, and this is why you see my profit in the UI, but you do not see a separate blockchain transaction ID for it. Okay, clear, guys? All right, now, when does this profit move on chain to you? Now, your $7 will only appear on a separate on-chain transaction when one of the following occurs. You trigger a withdrawal, the system perform a batch payout, auto withdrawal conditions are met if enabled. That's why we got the auto withdrawal, right? Now, at this point, a new transaction will be generated. That transaction ID will show your wallet address as recipient, and that will be the amount minus the withdrawal fees, if any, right? We don't have any withdrawal fees. Now, do you know why we don't have withdrawal fees? Because of this reason. That's why the owner is not charging us any withdrawal fees, guys. Can you see that? Because it's straightforward. If you have withdrawal fees, now you need to create another algorithm for it. Okay? Now, why the total volume now shows 100,091.82? All right? Now, this number often causes confusion. All right? Often causes confusion, but this is the formula. Total volume is buy volume plus sell volume plus profit. So 50,000 buy, 50,000 sell, and the profit is 91.82. That's the reason why you get 100,091.82. Now, this is not your balance. It is a reporting metric showing total transactional throughput for the arbitrage cycle. So now, in a simple plain language, 91.82 is total profit generated by the arbitrage on chain verified. $7 is your share of the profit. So your profit is real, already earned and internally credited to your account. It is not yet on chain because it is not been withdrawn. Can you see that? So the amount labeled my profit, $7.14, represent the participants' proportional entitlement to the net arbitrage profit generated by the completed buy or sell cycle. Now, this profit is credited to the participants' internal account balance and remain held within the platform settlement. Guys, I'm just so amazed because everything that I am reading and everything I'm is actually the same thing that is happening in Arbcore platform, isn't it? Can you see that? Wow, this is just awesome. Okay, let's get let's get going. All right, we got 3 more parts to complete. Do you want me to continue? Are you guys excited today? Now, this is important, guys. I want you to go and share this video. All right, share it with everyone because there are people who not really sure how to do the validation, right? And this is going to help our team so that we have the proof here. And also we wait for the owner, right? When the owner starts to open up the API and start to show us, I tell you, this is going to gel. All right, this is going to become a complementary to what we're going to see in more secret, right? More discrete, more detailed later on, okay? Now, let me move on to part 4. Okay, now this is important. All right, now how to be certain the arbitrage cycle is net profit after all the fees, right? This 91.81. Now, you can be confident the arbitrage cycle was profitable because fees are deducted automatically by exchanges. Please understand this, okay? Because some of you are confused. Oh, why is this already deduct the fees or not? Come on, guys. When you do a trading, if you are taking a profit, it's all deducted. All right? So the fees already deducted. There are taker fee, there are marker fee, and so on. Slippage is absorbed at execution. Only net positive cycles are settled. So 91.82 exists as a real on-chain USDT transfer. Your individual profit is a subset of that net profit. Now, there is no scenario here where the cycle lost money and still produce an on-chain profit settlement. So that means all the cycle is actually a profitable cycle after deducting all the fees that is necessary. Isn't that awesome? All right. Now let's go and check this. Let's go and validate this once again. Okay, let me see. Let me see, not this. Let me see, where's that question there? Oh, I got so much of this, guys. I can just give you all this information later on, but let me go to this 6th part first, okay? That's the most important. Okay, now, can you see that? How to be sure? Now, let's look into this now. Now, below is a clear regulator-grade explanation on how you can be sure the arbitrage cycle is truly profitable after all fees and slippage, and why 91.82 recorded profit is net profit, not a gross or theoretical number. Is that what we want to see? Now, let's look into it. How to be certain, all right? First principle, the most important. If 91.82 USD settled on chain as profit, then all costs has already been absorbed. I think that answer. I know there are people who asked me last week, right? Is this already settled? Is the fees are all settled, right? So now these are the blockchain settlement only occurs after exchange fees, slippage, spread capture, network fees, execution costs have already been applied. So that simply means, can you see that on-chain profit is not equivalent to estimated profit? On-chain profit is equivalent to final net result. Okay, so because we are doing on-chain, right? Now, where fees and slippage are actually incurred, let's look into it. Now, let's map the cost exists in a real inter-exchange arbitrage cycle. Exchange trading fees incurred when we buy on Bybit and sell on Bitget. So these are automatically deducted by exchanges at execution, reflected in the executed field quantity and net profit. So they never appear as a separate blockchain transaction. Now, slippage. Slippage occurs when order book depth is thinner than expected, market move during execution. So slippage is reflected as worse execution price and slightly lower sold acquired on USDT receipt. Now, again, this is embedded in the trade result and it does not appear as a straight line item, right? Then we got another fee, network or transfer fee. Incurred when asset move across chain or wallet. Profit is settled. These fees are deducted before the final net amount is transferred, are visible implicitly, okay? Lower receive amount. Can you see that? All right, now let's move on. So, why the 91.82 is definitely net profit? So, this is the settlement logic. Can you see that? Gross spread. So, only after this calculation does the system settle the profit. generate the profit transaction, and credit the pool. So therefore, if the cycle were unprofitable after fees, no transaction ID would exist. So the reason why we got the transaction ID, because this is a net profit after all the fees are paid, guys. Wow, this is just amazing, right? This is just amazing. That's why this algorithm, right, Arbcore's algorithm, making sure that they only basically execute trades that are profitable. Now, this is important because they have to compare the order book in millisecond, guys. You have to compare the order book. And if you don't find the matching spread, cover all the costs, you cannot take it. All right. And only, can you see that transaction ID will only be released once there is a profit transaction. Okay. Now, the strongest proof, this is a settlement gatekeeping. Now, professional arbitrage system include a profit threshold control. Execution rule. If expected net profit below or equivalent to zero after fees, do not settle. See that? This is an algorithm. So this means losing cycles are either non-executed or executed, but result is no profit distribution. Only positive net cycles are finalized and settled. So the presence of a profit transaction ID, a precise profit amount 91.82, a single cycle settlement, is proof that fees were accounted for slippage. Fees were accounted for, slippage was absorbed, the cycle closed positive. Wow, this is this is just amazing, right? Oh my goodness, I'm just having a goosebump reading this, right? Because come on, guys, it is not easy to validate a lot of the program outside there. And if you can do this actually have taken probably 80 to 90% of the stress level, of our expectation about the legitimacy of the transaction. Okay, now let's move on. Now, cross-check using your own numbers. So I did a cross-check, optional but powerful. Now, you can independently sanity check profitability using conservative assumption. Example, right? This is for illustration purpose, okay? Now, capital is 50,000. Gross spread capture, let's say 0.25. So the profit is 125. Now, estimate cost, Bybit fee 0.1%, that will be $50. BitGet fee 0.5%, up to $50 maximum. Okay, slippage and miscellaneous is up from the 5 to 10. So if you take this, right, 120 minus 105, the net is a $20 net. So, but your system recorded 91.82 net profit. So, which implies either lower fees, okay, probably, our arbitrage with these exchanges have a VIP tier, or we got a maker fees, better spread, efficient execution. Now, the recorded profit is within realistic institutionalized bound, not exaggerated. Okay. Now, why this cannot be accounting profit? A common regulator concern is whether profit is merely internal accounting. Now, please understand, sometimes you can do creative accounting. You can create this accounting, right? Now, this is not possible here because the 91.82 is a real USDT token movement recorded on a public blockchain and verifiable via the transaction ID. So internal accounting alone cannot mint USDT on-chain, right? So this is the regulator-ready assurance statement. The arbitrage profit of 91.82 USDT represent the net result of a completed inter-exchange arbitrage cycle after deduction of all applicable trading fees, slippage, and network costs. Profit settlement occurs only after these costs are absorbed, and the resulting amount is transferred on-chain as a final, auditable transaction. The existence of a profit settlement transaction, therefore, constitute definitive evidence of post-fee profitability. Wow. All right. This is just awesome. Now, this is the rule of the thumb. Okay. Just for simple. Can you see that? Before fees estimated, after fees settled, on-chain is final. So ours is on-chain, after fees or before fees, guys. Put in the chat. We are on-chain. That's why we got a final. So if it's on-chain as profit, it already passes the after fee test. So this answers some of your question, whether the fees are deducted, okay? I think this is transparent, okay? Now, final conclusion in the plain language. Now, you can be confident, right? You can be confident the arbitrage cycle was profitable because fees are deducted automatically by exchanges, slippage is absorbed and executed, only net positive cycle are settled, 91.82 exists as a real on-chain USDT transfer, and your individual profit is a subset of that net profit. Now, there is no scenario where the cycle lost money and still produce an on-chain profit settlement. All right. Okay, now we got two more parts and then we're going to complete this presentation. Okay, now let me go on with that two more parts. Okay, now we go to the part 5, right? Now here I'm going to give you a comparison, loss arbitrage cycle simulation. Okay, now if you look, right, arbitrage cycle comparison here, this is a profitable arbitrage cycle, which is Arbcore. And this is a loss arbitrage cycle. As I mentioned to you, we don't have loss. But I want to show you the example because if you don't see the loss, how can you know the genuine? All right, if you don't see the fake, you don't know the genuine, right? So I'm showing you. So if you look into the flow, right, this is a Bybit and Bitget inter-exchange. Now, buy sold 350, execution price is 142.61. So the cost is 50,000 USDT with fees. Can you see that? Fees are already taken. Now, sell 350 sold, execution price is 143. So now the proceeds is 50,091.82 after fees. So then, sorry. Then we have the exchange fees and also slippage. This fees must be factored if there is. So then we got the net profit, 91.82. So profit settlement distributed to liquidity pool, on-chain profit transaction verified, and participant will share, okay? Participant share is credited. So now you see that only cycles, okay, with confirmed on-chain profit settlement are profitable cycles. Loss cycles have no profit transaction and no participant profit distribution. So profit transaction generated over settle on-chain, verifiable proof of profitable cycle. Now, if you look into the loss, right? See, you buy 350 sold, all right, 143. The price of sold is 143, 50,000. And when you sell, can you see the losses here? So the proceed is only 49,980. All right, so the net loss is minus 20. So now, no on-chain profit settlement, absorbed by the pool, no profit distribution, balance remain unchanged. Can you see that? So when there is a loss, it will be absorbed by the pool. When there is a profit, only it will then broadcast through the on-chain, guys. All right, so this is how it works. This is how the inter-exchange arbitrage actually works. I hope this is clear, okay? Now, this is the key structural difference, right? In the event an arbitrage execution cycle result in a net loss, after fees and slippage, no profit settlement transaction is generated and no participant profit is recorded. Only cycles that result in a positive net outcome produce an on-chain profit settlement which is independently verifiable. Now, this structural separation prevents loss cycles from being represented as profitable outcome. All right? Okay. You guys are happy so far? Let's do the last one, okay? The last part of it. Okay, now, the final compliance verdict. So after all the study, right, what is our objective? We want a verdict, right? Whether is the objective of the study been met? Because we want to make sure that at the end of it, what is the grade? All right, what is the verdict, right? Compliance grade. What is the compliance grade? Let's look into it. So these are the transaction type, okay? Inter-exchange, exchanges involved is Bybit buy, Bitget sell, asset is sold, USDT, cycle capital 50,000, verification basis is on-chain transaction, exchange is execution, record fee adjusted, settle analysis. Now, compliance verdict, it says that this is just a summary, okay? I'll give you detail in the next slide. So it is compliant, verified, and economically substantiate arbitrage. Now, based on full transaction tracing, fee sensitivity analysis, and on-chain settlement verification, The reviewed Arbcore arbitrage cycle constitute a legitimate, realized inter-exchange arbitrage transaction with verifiable net profit executed under commercially reasonable and compliance-aligned conditions. Congratulations to every one of you who are part of Arbcore. All right, I think this is what we need, right? The final verdict. But let me just summarize this for you. So these are the key determination. Number one, real trades not simulated or internalized. Okay, so buy and sell legs were executed on two independent centralized exchanges. Execution is supported by distinct exchange-specific transaction ID. Settlement reflect actual market interaction, no internal bookkeeping. All right, this is important, okay? Because a lot of the fake transactions are simulated through internal bookkeeping. Next, on-chain profit confirmation. Profit settlement is linked to a single on-chain profit transaction ID. The same profit transaction ID is referenced across both trade legs. No profit is reported without an immutable, verifiable on-chain record. All right, next, fee adjustable profitability. All relevant costs were factored: exchange trading fee, slippage and execution impact. Fee sensitivity analysis confirmed that profit exists only within realistic fee ranges. Higher profit scenario correctly convert the same trade into a loss, which would not be settled or reported. All right, next, transparent profit attribution. Now, the reported participant profit, $7.14, right, represent a prorated share of confirmed net arbitrage profit allocated strictly based on liquidity contribution and number of profitable cycle. So profits are credited to participant trading accounts, not retained in operator control wallets, not derived from unrealized or hypothetical gain. Now, regulatory alignment. The transaction model aligned with standard proprietary trading and arbitrage practices, fair disclosure principles, auditable and record-keeping expectation, no profit guarantees or misleading claim. All right, now finally, this is the final assurance statement, and let's look into the final verdict. Now, the reviewed Arbcore arbitrage transaction represent a bona fide inter-exchange arbitrage cycle supported by independent exchange execution, post-fee profitability validation, and immutable on-chain settlement. Now, reported profits are realized net and verifiable. No structural or disclosure issues were identified that would impair regulatory, investor, or partners' confidence. All right? And finally, what is the verdict? Overall rating, compliance grade A, verified, transparent, and substantiated. Congratulations to each and every one of you who are here today. All right, and I believe, all right, this information, it definitely, substantiate, the studies that we are doing. And if you look into the UI, if you look into your own experience, right, everything that we have just assessed and validated is actually the same as what we experienced. That's why, I call Arbcore performance that defies logic. It's a real arbitrage, real transparency, real result. All right, I have never seen in my assessment or the due diligence I conducted with so many different platforms. I have never seen anything come close to it. All right, so this is just mind-blowing, right? This is just mind-blowing, guys. All right, so I'm going to stop here for a while, okay, because after this we have the announcement, but I'm going to stop here for a while and let me see. All right, let me see if any one of you have any question. I think I'm going to call Vlad first because Vlad has been in this for quite some time. Vlad, please come on board. Tell us what you feel. All right, I think this will be really, really important because we want to make sure everything. And Vlad has been telling the team, right? This is, guys, this is legitimate, guys. Please, guys, please. And today we have the data, okay? We have the solid data, guys, to prove that it's not just telling the team it is. No. It is proven, right? And sometimes we don't get the information because of because of the access and also because the owner don't want to actually reveal some of these sensitive information because people misuse. So that's the reason why, right? We do not need to go to the exchanges and ask, right? We don't have to. Just look at what the third party assessment did for us. Okay. Vlad, please go ahead.
Wow, what a presentation, guys. First of all, everyone, welcome. And we're so glad and happy to have you here today with us. Guys, in my 11 years in network marketing, and I've been in cryptocurrency in the end of 2016. Yeah, it's been a whole journey. I never seen anything like that. Guys, give a big applause. Comment below, in the chat, fire or put a heart for the amazing, brilliant presentation that Dr. John David did for us. Wow, what a detailed, analysis. What a research, guys. You guys are professional. To be like, I've met a lot of people who are so tech savvy, and they're like, yeah, you cannot lie to me. They say we understand this and that. Wow, what you can do with ChatGPT is really mind blowing. You can literally see, nothing can be really hidden there. Like you can see, like if I was always, shouting loud and saying, this it is, Arbcore, guys. It's a real arbitrage. Trust me. Like 2026, it's our year. It's the place to be. Position yourself. It's a matrix with spillover. Not okay. Everyone has its own timing, but I've been shouting so loud, and this was again and again such a big proof for me. Wow, for our team that we are. Wow, I've been in other programs, guys, as well, and it's been different. We've seen everything, and we thought we know, and we've seen everything. But what I saw today is literally mind blowing. Nobody have done that, and I don't think anyone else will do that ever. That will show you such a detailed, report and analysis. I don't know if it was if it's if we can really share it publicly that it's not hurt our company. But wow, I'm really impressed. Like anything that we can share with our team, go on, Dr. John David. You're the man, you're really the master, you're the top leader. That I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful today. And I have a goosebumps. I don't know, guys, if you have goosebumps, but comment below who has a goosebumps about what just happened. It's a true magic, it's a true miracle what Dr. John David, and this is a fact, guys. This is a logical, analysis, real facts, what he just proved us and showed us. Wow. Okay. And so much more exciting things are going to happen today, guys. I'm just waiting, for the green signal. I was texting earlier, Evgeny Levin, our CEO, and for first time, guys, I'm not working just with the CEO or some, public face being placed in position as CEO. I want you to understand that this is the main brain behind this arbitrage logic, behind this technology. Evgeny Levin, he is the main developer, okay? He's not just a great business owner, and a business manager. He's also a master developer himself. So very grateful, very, let's say thanks to Evgeny Levin and what he really created. And the level of transparency that we're seeing today, it's really mind-blowing. Never seen this before, and I don't think we'll see it ever. So amazing. So I've been texting Evgeny Levin asking, okay, what's happening? Today is 15. Are we launching the website? And he just answered in one single word: working. We are like he said, working. So I understand that they're busy. So I was like, I'm not going to bug him with more questions, but I'm really exciting because Evgeny Levin, he's again the man who don't only talk, he actually delivers. And I know that he know how important it is for us, for our team, for going on a much larger, global scale, like we want to launch more countries. some people are not so maybe familiar, and maybe not so easy for them to open, for example, token pocket, or using just one network like USDT Ton. But people who got familiar, it's actually simple. Someone show you, you do it once, and you learn it. But I'm excited because we're going to add more USDT networks. Maybe without Tron, because I heard the Tron fees has gone up, high. So it will be USDT, more USDT networks. I think BEP20. It will be probably another, maybe not Tron. Which one else you name it? Like very popular on USDT. Maybe Polygon. Yeah, maybe Polygon. Maybe yeah. And then it will be added. I think Ethereum for sure. People would be able to deposit with Ethereum and can earn also withdraw Ethereum. And I know for sure that he's planning to add Solana as well, and maybe Bitcoin, which is brilliant. Okay, in his goal for this year is to add 15 different cryptocurrency, which is amazing, guys. It's really amazing. So if you like some cryptocurrency, like really much, and you want to suggest, just let me know, or let Dr. John David. Yeah. So another, we're going to have our event. Many of you know, and I've been discussing this with Dr. John David about can we do it, later or earlier. Unfortunately, it's already fixed, and because it's our first event, and there will be a lot of gathering, a lot of preparation. It will be on 10th of March. Okay, it's a fixed date. So I want everyone to know it will be in Thailand, in Phuket, on 10th of March. Would be really happy to see, most of you who is coming. Comment below. We're going to have a lot of fun and party there. So yeah. Let me know. I want to hear more people here. Comment below. 10th of March, we're doing our first Arbcore event as a date. Is it good for everyone? Is it like I heard Dr. John David say that there is you have this how you call it, fasting period. It's starting from which day to? Can you say it, Dr. John?
I think it's up to probably 17, 18. Yeah, fasting month. Yeah.
From which date?
I think it's starting next month, right? Mid of next month for 1 month.
From 15. From 15.
Yeah, I think it's around that 15, 16 up to the 17th of March.
Okay.
So the 10 is actually is a fasting month, but we're not so sure. I'm not so sure in terms of the Muslim who are actually what is the number of Muslims or whatever, right? Because it's very early, we might not really have huge number yet, so we don't know, and also we do not know whether they achieve their their qualification.
Yes. You're right. The qualification is for 100 people, and so far, we know we are going to get there, but maybe we're not going to hit the exact number 100. So maybe the event can be postponed. But I know that there is a lot of preparation, and I asked also Evgeny, can we postpone, and change the date? And he was like, Vlad, it's a lot of preparation, things like that. No, we cannot. But I hope they can do, if guys, some other, time later in March, or maybe in April fits better for you. Please let me know, suggest. But it's not in my power. Like I can suggest and do whatever I can, but it's not really in my power. For now, it's on 10th of March, and we'll be very happy, glad to see all of you who can come. And something else. today we're going to have a good Zoom meeting with the CEO Evgeny Levin, where he's going to tell us more about share about the website and the roadmap, what is going to happen, the first quarter this year, the second quarter. We'll have it in our back office. Everyone can go and check in their how you call it, profile section. You can see about the company, frequently asked question, and everything is there. Wow, I lost some words. I wanted to share about the event, so for people who are not aware. But I'm more exciting about what about the presentation today, what just Dr. John David did today, and I feel like you said, the volume that is coming into our team is just a matter of a really, really short time, because now we are launching today the website, and the real exposure will start actually when the website is launched. Because some people don't like Telegram, some people are not familiar with USDT Tone. But our team is the fastest growing team, I would say, again, international team, English speaking team. So I'm super proud of you guys. You're doing so much, work and input. You're really well appreciated. The management, the CEO of Gain 11 knows about you. He really happy and really appreciated. He always talk that we're launching all countries. We like the whole world will know about Arbcore in 2026, guys. Aren't you excited? So that's the best place really to be.
Yep, that's right, guys. Guys, please understand, all right? I think most of you who know me, been following me for many years, I never do anything serious if I don't believe in the program. And on the 19th, $10,000 started. And since the 19th, all right, I don't have a rest because I was continuously doing the due diligence. I was actually doing all these studies. And thank goodness today is the first AMA. And I couldn't wait to share these things with you guys, right? Because let me tell you something. If this information goes out, the volume is going to grow like crazy. All right. So I don't know whether we're going to put it in the public or we're going to just privately share this video. But guys, many people are going to get mad with me because I'm doing this kind of due diligence. And I've never done this kind of things too deep, okay, if I don't really actually trust the program. And also, as I mentioned to you guys, as a leader, our responsibility is to provide you with all the information and the data. Your responsibility as a partner is to go through all this information and you make the investment decision yourself. All right, so we are responsible as a leader to provide you with the data and the resources, but you make the decision of investment. So this is what we call partnership. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so you cannot say that we didn't give you any information. No, we have given you too much. It is too much. Okay, and nobody will actually do this. Okay, nobody will actually do this. I believe the only person probably can verify this validation that I've done is the owner himself. Probably he will be shocked too. But it's good because we can have both information from him, because he can give us more information to the back end, through the API. And this is like, can actually complement each other. Okay. But nevertheless, guys, this is just gives so much of assurance. Okay. So much of assurance, right? Now, I just want to finish the presentation. Okay. We have a few important announcement to be made, and after that, I think there's one more item, Vlad, that you need to explain. It's already in the slide. I will get back there and then invite you to explain that. Okay, guys, let me just finish this and then we can adjourn the meeting. Right now, I have a good news for each and every one of you. Okay, good news. All right. Now, next Monday onwards, okay, I'm going to give away $50 to lucky draw. All right, this is to anyone, okay? Any prospects that you're going to bring in. They are not a partner yet. They have not signed up. If you bring them in, okay, I'm going to give. And you know that we already hit 100,000, right? Come on, guys. That 100,000 and that cashback that I got is for the team. So I'm going to give away that $1,000, all right, 100% into the lucky draw. All right, so you go and call your team, okay? Any one of your team, okay? Bring them for the Monday Zoom call, and I'm going to give away $50 two every week, all right? Two, all right? So the total lucky draw value will be 1,000. Eligibility exclusively fee for the winning team global. The campaign duration will be until the official launch. So we're going to push, okay, the next 60 days. All right, the next, we're going to push, and I'm going to basically give away this lucky draw. Now, this is a getting started giveaway. All right, to lock in their position, that will be 50 times 2 winners per week. Okay, but please understand, there is a condition, okay? A minimum of 10 new prospects must attend the Zoom call for the lucky draw to be valid. So if the in charge person didn't see there is a 10 submission of the name for that day, then that is it. Okay, it will be invalid. Okay, so please take note. Okay, now attendance requirement: both the prospect and the upline must attend the Zoom call. I will give you all further instruction later on this. Failure to meet this requirement will result in the lucky draw being voided and a redraw will be conducted. So if on that day, you just ask that person to go and you are not there, even if that person get a lucky draw, it will be void. All right, because why? I need to work with the upline to send the $50. If you are not there, then we will redraw again. Okay, fair, right? It's a fair deal. Okay, so make sure if you are bringing someone, you are there. All right. Now, price disbursement USD 50 will be credited directly into the winner's Arbcore account within 24 hours after the Zoom call. So the winning team global organizer will coordinate and communicate with the respective leader or the upline for this purpose. All right, guys, are you happy? All right, so I'm just going to give this cash back to the community, to the global team, right? Because you are the cause, okay? You are the reason why we hit that 100,000. So we're going to give it back. So bring your team, okay? Whoever want to enjoy this $50, bring them. Come on, guys. Some countries difficult to find $50, okay? So if I'm giving it away, you better be thankful, okay? So God is going to bless us more, guys. It's going to be abundance, okay? So let's be generous and let's just share this back with the community, all right? So, all right, Micah from Nigeria. Yes, how we can assist you?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. John.
Quite You're most welcome. Good to see you again.
It is my pleasure. When I heard that it is you that is having the meeting, I said, I must create a time to see your face.
I'm growing older.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's all right. This is my first time of attending, and I will continue to attend to get the understanding of it. My question is, can one come into this project without referral?
No, you can't. You need a referral. So I would advise you, right? You see,
no, what I mean,
guys.
Yeah, what I mean,
yes,
I will take a referral link from the person who invited me. What I mean is, that can I be just an investor, but not to refer people?
Yeah, Micah, yes, please get back to your introducer and please watch the Monday presentation because I have explained how to build if you are passive. Okay? Can you hear me? Yeah, please unmute yourself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, leader. I can hear you.
Get back to the person because I have already put up the video in the group. On Monday, I have explained how to build if you are passive. So we got a winner strategy. So go and check that winner strategy before you fund your account.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Good. We are glad. We want to see you on board quickly. Okay. Don't wait. Okay, guys, with that question, right, I just want to mention to everyone, okay, because sometimes when we're growing the team and when things get very excited, right, everybody try to cross sell and so on. Please, okay, and you know that one of the trademark of the winning team global or Dr. John David is being honorable. All right, so you must get back to the person who invited you. Okay, that is the most important. Please honor them, okay? Because if they don't invite you, you are not here today. So for Nigeria, I think the leader is Obong, but doesn't mean you should register under him, okay? You should tell Obong who is the person that introduced you. Obong will assist you. All right, he's there, okay? He can assist you guys. So we want to work in that manner, okay? Guys, please, okay, remain honorable, okay? I don't want people to call me and complain. If that person took my friend and so on. Now, come on, guys, we are all mature. Don't act like don't act like a child, okay? We all are mature, okay? So, and you come and cry to me, I can't do much. And once you already register, you cannot go back to the company and ask them to remove because they already paid the 5%. They already paid the 10%. Okay, you can't be doing anything, right? So please, okay. I think that was a very good question by Micah just now, right? So I just want to remind the team once again, keep to this, please maintain our culture, guys. Maintain being honorable to each others, okay? Something that actually really sometimes boil me up when people are dishonorable, so things it is very difficult. That's why I told you guys, don't let the money to affect the values, okay? Don't let the money to affect your values, right? Okay. Any other questions? Anyone else have any other question? Okay, let me see. Someone on bronze rank is said to earn 10% daily profit commission on level 1 to 3. Assuming one has progressed to gold and is said to earn from level, does that mean he will no, you will earn from 1 to 9. Okay, you will earn all the level, guys. If you go all the way to platinum, then you earn up to the 12. Okay, up to the 12, everything, guys. Come on, that is a lot money to make. How can the company stop you from earning 1 to 3 because you are a gold? Okay, I hope, collectors, I hope I answered that question, okay? Hey, come on, guys, make all the money, all right? Make all the money. Rank up quickly and make all the money, all right? Okay, next question. Once the web version is launched, do we still need Telegram account to access? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Vlad can confirm on that. You see, guys, many of us are already on Telegram. So you will be given an option. I think there will be a button for you to go to the website. So you have the option whether you want to use website or you want to use both. Okay, now probably the new one, I would advise, right? Don't introduce the Telegram. Let them use the web because I think the web is the easiest. All right, web is the easiest. If you really want to grow fast, just go on the web page. So from today onwards, right? If the web page is ready, straight away use the web page. But if you're existing member, existing partner, you can use both. All right, there is an option for that. So no issue. I think the UI has been integrated well. Everything should be fine. So you do not need to worry about it. Am I right, Vlad?
Yeah, almost. I think people should be able to use both, like Telegram and the website. I think the registration will be. I'm not sure. Again, still only through the Telegram, or it will be also through the website email. Not sure, but people would be able to use both, and yeah, I don't see a problem. Yeah, for people.
And if you listen to the owners, the recent update, right? I think he did mention about it. So if you guys have some time, just go and read. Just go and watch again. But I think just wait, guys, because when the thing is launched today, right? Everyone will be logging in. So you just log in and take a look. All right. And please understand, web based will be standard, right? You need email, you need 2-factor authentication. So it will be standard. Yeah, it will be standard, guys. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because I do have like key leaders in Pakistan. They cannot join us because Telegram is banned in those countries. So that's why we really need the web base. Okay,
yeah,
guys.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else have any other question? Maybe one more before we adjourn the AMA session today. I hope you guys are enjoying the AMA session. Yeah, today we have taken some time, okay, because I have to give you guys the validation, all right? Next week onwards, maybe we will keep it to 1 hour. Okay, any other questions? Okay, no, guys. So that means that it was a very effective AMA session, right? So really, really awesome. Okay. Yeah, first of all, Vlad, thank you so much for coming on board. Truly appreciate your presence here with us and also, providing valuable information to the team. Okay, let me invite one last person from Nigeria, none other than our Professor Obong. Yes, Obong, please go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Jedi, confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm very proud that you mentored me for almost 7 years now. I'm really proud what I'm hearing. Today's presentation is unbelievable, and I'm 100% sure once we share it with our team here in Nigeria, this validates all the questions people will feel like asking. And really appreciate what you are doing and the entire team. This winning team definitely we will grow to where we need to be. For the Nigerian team, what we'll do will be when they reach out, I drop my WhatsApp number there. We have to find out who introduced them and find out where they need to grow to. So that's what we need to do over here. So I'll let you know all the progress that all our plans, because we need to get to where we need to be. This team needs to get to where we need to be. So for me, on behalf of the Nigeria team, we really appreciate Vlad for attending this presentation and giving a lot of insight, and the entire team, world team that are here. We really, really appreciate all Dr. JD is doing. And please, Dr. JD, please, like I always say, no distraction. Let's stay focused. We are really happy working with you. We'll give you, the Nigerian team will give you all the support that you need, because if something is good, is good. The truth is very bitter. Is good. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for this. That is mind blowing validation. Mind blowing, I must say. We really appreciate. So on behalf of the Nigerian team, I know one Nigerian asked questions. I know we still have some of us on the line. I really appreciate the entire team, the entire winning team. Trust me, we will push and do our best. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless all of us. Thank you, team.
Thank you, Professor Obong. Truly appreciate that. So, guys, do communicate with him if you need any assistance. All right, because we've been working for many years. I think it's the first one that I gave the opportunity. So do work with him. All right. Now, I just want to call another leader from the Oceania. None other than Rita. If Rita is there, don't mind, Rita. You may want to address the team also, because you are representing
Absolutely.
Oceania.
Oh, wow, JD. You were born for such a time as this. I mean, your dedication, your input in whatever it is that you're introducing to whoever it is throughout the world is just, unmatched. Thank you for taking the time to go through the whole the system. Because in all honesty, I've been actually trying to study it and understand it myself, because I have so many questions that I need to answer to here in the region. And, with the very limited knowledge that I have of arbitrage, and believe me, every information that Vlad sends, I read it. I go and click, I read, I view all the videos that Vlad shares, that you share, because I'm trying to gain an understanding. Because most of the questions from the Oceania regions are actually directed to me with very limited knowledge on this new platform. So thank you for answering the questions today. But more importantly, thank you so much, JD, for diving into the depths of their system, so that we can actually understand. After going through such a very challenging past experience, especially within the Oceania region. There are a lot of questions that have been asked about the system and how it works, whether it's real trading. And in all honesty, you answered all of that today. So all I am going to do is, with your permission, just share that to all the potential partners who want to join. So thank you so much. I know there'll be more questions. I mean, more people want to know a little bit more. So it's your session today was very, very informative, honestly. Thank you so much, JD. I know I always step on. Yeah, I know I always step on you, but definitely this is going to sell. This presentation today, this AMA session today is definitely going to sell Arbcore arbitrage onto a different level because of so many questions that have been asked about whether it's real trading, whether it's real, whether it's fake. So to answer those questions, I've always said JD will definitely do a presentation on this. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you to the leaders out there in India, Chandra and Professor. Yeah, I know that your teams are really are growing. I know that our winning team is definitely going to grow. And with JD's guidance, we are definitely moving forward. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you for. I'm actually looking forward to the launch, Vlad, because I've had quite a lot of people who are interested to join in this part of the world. Regretfully, Telegram is not allowing our country to join that easily. So I've had a lot of difficulties trying to get them to download Telegram. So the website is definitely going to be a plus. And I know without a shadow of doubt that once the website is launched, Oceania is going to move like the ocean, like the waves. Yeah. So thank you, Vlad, for coming on board. And we hope that in future we'll be able to interpret the Russian language more, by ourselves much more easily, so we can communicate more easily. But thank you so much, Vlad. Thank you for that information. And I, for one, and hopefully I can stay awake or be awake when the website is launched. But thank you for sharing all the information, Vlad. Very, very important information. And I want to encourage our Oceania team, please do click on those links. If you have questions, I'm sure many of those questions will be answered through the presentation directly from the boss, and also our leader, JD, who is always available 24/7 to even the most minor query of mine. He always comes back to me with an answer, and I'm able to relay that. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you so much, JD, for your partnership.
Awesome.
And to our team out there.
Guys, one thing that I want to just update you, right? You see, when we did the validation, right? We are using the UI from the first page of the arbitrage. Now, please listen to me well, guys. We can keep doing the same assessment again and again to prove that there is no changes. You understand me? If down the road 3 months, okay, we can still take that screenshot and go back to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will tell us the consistent answer or not. If the answer is not consistent, then something is being changed at Arbcore. If the answer is consistent, because now we already have a blueprint. So if the answer is consistent, then the arbitrage is consistently going on, no change. So you can see, right? We are the check and balance for the company now, because we also know what to do to check the arbitrage trading. Can you understand me? So that's the reason why, right? Please understand, due diligence cannot just be done once. It is a continuous process. All right, because 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 1 year down the road, anything can change. Am I right, Vlad? Anything can change, guys. So what I already have a blueprint now. All I need to do is to take this UI and I put it there. That is it. I will see the consistency of the result. All right. So if there is any red flag, I will get to Vlad. I will get to the owner, and then I may get to my team if there is anything. Right. So from the product validation, I think we are there already. All right. From the leadership, I got no problem. I like the owner because he's engaging. He's the one that is coming up front and speak about the product. He's answering a lot of Q&A and so on. Although, right, my request to Vlad, probably Vlad can tell the owner, one day get the English speaking people so that somebody can translate the Q&A and he can answer us in Russian. But we want to see him live with us in the meeting. All right. Rather than he's only having a meeting with a Russian, why not he have a meeting with the English speaking? Although he don't understand, somebody can translate and he can then respond and that person can translate back to us. I think that will be awesome, right? So that is
Yes.
the request.
Sorry, Dr. John David. I just want to mention that we have hired a professional translator for the company. So let's schedule the next meeting. Let me know what time, which day is the best. So I will bring Evgeny Levin. I would love to
Awesome.
introduce to to the winning Team Global. It will be amazing, guys. You definitely are doing amazing hard work. You're you're the fastest growing. Like, I'm so proud of you, all grateful to know each one of you and work with each one of you together. Thank you for again to Professor Obong. Thank you to Mr. Chandra, yeah, from India. Thank you, Rita. You're so lovely. Your energy, so kind always, and so loving. Really appreciate you always coming and sharing your beautiful words and kind words. So thank you everyone for coming today and being part of this global movement, guys. We're going to take over the world with Arbcore. So you better you better start today, not tomorrow, not next day.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Vlad. So, guys, let me just summarize the whole thing, right? Why I started with the first slide, the 3P, right? So now the product side of it is validated. Every one of us should have the assurance already, right? With the validation that has been done. Number two, the leadership. I think there is no doubt. All right, and please understand, as I mentioned to you, right? These two is the driver for the result. The result will be consistent as long as the product and the leadership is in place. Okay, so we can consistently have the result. Okay, so with that, guys, let me tell you something, right? We as a winning team global better use this information and go and introduce and invite the people, or else someone else who is going to listen to this video later are going to use it. Okay, so we better take this opportunity and go and grab it, guys, because I know that it is going to explode like crazy. I have seen this before, right? It's going to explode. And when you have a product that is validated, it is like an external auditor has already audited it. This is just going to explode like crazy, right? So do work with your leaders, work together, because I believe, okay, we can really become a blessing. We can really, win big. We can really win fast, and we can really, guys, make so many people winners in our team, all right? So that is the mindset, okay? Every one of us must be a winner, okay? So that is the mindset. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much to Vlad, to all the leaders who came today. So do get ready, guys. Monday is Monday fixed, okay? Every Monday, 8 o'clock Singapore time, PM is our marketing presentation. So bring them, okay? Bring them. As I mentioned to you, right? Use me to grow your business. All right? Use me to grow your business. If you don't know how to present, doesn't matter. Bring them. I do the presentation. All right? I do everything for you. Your job is to close the sale. I do the marketing. You go and close the sale. Can you do that? Simple, right? You go and close the sale, okay? And then on Thursday, fortnightly, second week and fourth week, guys. Second week and fourth weeks, we will have our AMA session. So let's see, okay, if the coming fourth week we can have the owner. I think that will be really cool. We could probably have, I want to see a few hundred people, okay, coming on board. And then probably we can have, some engagement with the owner, right? I think that will be really, really cool, okay? So with that, guys, I really want to say thank you so much for coming on board. I really appreciate your time, for making the time to coming on board. I will be getting this video edited, and then after I'll be posting this video So Vlad, we're going to make it public, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited because definitely everyone who is today on this call, you guys need to be the first to share this video because, like JD said, it's it's going to take over. Like once people see this video, like it's just a matter of time. People are coming on board.
All right. Okay, guys. With that, I would like to say thank you so much. We will catch up again next week on Monday. Have a pleasant week and weekend, guys, and use the opportunity. Speak with them. After all, as all that I can say is this: lock the position is only $50. Lock the position, even if they don't have time to watch the video. Ask them to lock, and then ask them to watch the video later. Take time to watch the video and understand everything before they build, but ask them to lock the position. Okay, do that, guys. And next week, please remember, right, there are 2 lucky draw to be given away every single week. All right, I want to see your team get those lucky draws. So I will leave it to the leaders, guys. The biggest group that comes probably will enjoy the lucky draw, right? The potential, right? So it's up to you, okay? But if I don't have 10 prospect, my guy, Andy will be there. So Andy will tell me, Dr. John, we cannot do the lucky draw. So that is it. Then we will carry forward that the coming week, okay? So that is my condition, okay? Because I don't want to give things away for free. I want us to pay the price for it because $50 is not easy to, right? But please understand, this is a cashback from the team. So I want to give it back to our community, to our winning team global. Okay. All right. With that, I would like to say thank you so much, guys. It has been a great pleasure to be hosting you and to be doing this presentation. I know those sleepless nights, but the thing is that I really want to get this information out because I know that probably 70 to 80% of the people, they always want to see the validation. They are still asking the same question. Now you have the whole video to answer them. Okay, send them the video, ask them to watch before they join. Okay, all right, guys, so let's do that together. Okay, so with that, God bless you all. Take care, guys. We catch up on Monday. Take care, everyone. God bless you all.
God bless you all. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Have a nice evening and good day, lad. Thank you for joining.
Good day, guys. God bless you all. Catch up, everyone.